First of 8 heats of the men's 400 metres, and this a first round event with Linville Laird of Jamaica in lane 2, Tobani Gonya of Zimbabwe in lane 3, Alexander Figallo of England in 4, Brian Whittle of Scotland 5, Paul McBurney of Northern Ireland 6, Brett Callahan of Australia in lane 7, and Solomon Amagacha of Ghana in lane 8. And they're set. Off, Laird away in lane 2 from Gonya in lane 3, Figallo of England in lane 4, Whittle of Scotland in lane 5, McBurney of Northern Ireland in lane 6, already getting up to Brett Callahan, and out on the outside lane, Solomon Amagacha has gone out hard in the first couple of 100 metres. Now starting to come through in the middle are Whittle and McBurney. They've already got up alongside Callahan, and Amagacha's broken down, unfortunately. At the 200, he was clear. Amagacha has broken down and is out of the race. And as they come around the home turn now, this leaves Brett Callahan up in 3rd position. The first 3 to go through, and the next 8 fastest as they enter the straight. And over on the outside, it's McBurney just in front of Whittle. Callahan running through strongly in the last 100 metres, is going to get through. And McBurney wins it. Second placing to Whittle, Callahan 3rd. Laird headed the others in from Figallo. And there's another runner broken down too, and that is the Zimbabwean Gonya. The official result of the first heat of the men's 400 metres, Paul McBurney of Northern Ireland, the winner in 46.49 from Brett Callahan of Australia, 47.10, and Brian Whittle of Scotland, 3rd in 47.12. Second heat of the men's 400 metres, Sugath Tilakaratne of Sri Lanka in lane 2, Paul Greene of Australia 3, Roger Jordan of Barbados 4, Ahmed Ali of Ghana in 5, Arno Malherbe of South Africa in lane 6, Gregory Horton of Jamaica in 7, or according to that, Roxburgh Martin of Jamaica in 7, and Carl Oliver of the Bahamas in lane 8. They're away. Greene got off to a good start on the inside lane. Roger Jordan on the outside of him. Ahmed Ali on the outside of him. Then Malherbe of South Africa. Martin of Jamaica, who's already been overtaken. And out on the outside lane is Carl Oliver of the Bahamas as they go down the back straight now. And that was the order with Oliver clear. Now let's have a look for Paul Greene. He's starting to run through on the bend after coming through 200 metres, and he's stretching out beautifully. He's looking strong at this stage, Paul Greene, as he comes up to the runner on the outside of him, and that is Ali of Ghana. As they enter the straight, Paul Greene takes the lead from Ali. Oliver in lane 8, and they're clear from the South African Malherbe. But Paul Greene's doing it well with 50 metres left to go. Ali, the Ghana runner, trying very hard, but Paul Greene runs it out and records a time of 46.56 in beating Ali, and Malherbe finishing in 3rd spot.
That was a great run from Paul. He looked relaxed the whole way around. He got off to a great start and just continued the whole way around. Very, very good run from him. He actually made the team after very good performances in America this year, and deserved on that performance.
His 200 metre speed obviously stood him in good stead there, and there's a happy Paul Greene, 46.56 the time, in defeating Ali and Malherbe of South Africa, running home to get 3rd in the second heat of the men's 400. And he looked very strong at this stage, Kerry. Yeah,
he looked great, actually. Even from around the 200 metre mark, you could see him making his move there. And he ran the race within his own limits the whole way around. Very impressive, actually. He didn't get carried away when some of the others went out hard early. He just ran exactly how he wanted to.
And there is the official result. Paul Greene in 46.56. Ahmed Ali of Ghana second, 46.97. And Arno Malherbe of South Africa 3rd in 47.29, with Oliver taking 4th placing in Heat 2. Of Botswana in lane 3. Ralph Blau of Namibia in lane 4. Byron Goodwin, Canada, lane 5. Iwan Thomas of Wales in lane 6. Sunday Bada of Nigeria, lane 7, and Michael Joubert from Australia in lane number 8. Last heat. And they're away. Joubert away nicely in 8. Reading from the inside, it's Dempers of South Africa 2. Moima of Botswana 3. Blau of Namibia in 4, Goodwin of Canada in 5, Thomas of Wales in 6, Bada of Nigeria in 7, going comfortably at the moment, and Michael Joubert of Australia leads them down the back straight from Bada. Thomas moves up to 3rd now, and the Canadian Goodwin starting to come through, and they're broken away from the others, Blau, Moima and Dempers. It's Michael Joubert with 150 metres to go, being challenged now by Thomas of Wales. And Iwan Thomas takes the lead as they enter the straight from Goodwin. Now Joubert's been passed by Sunday Bada, so he might have to rely on times unless he can pull something out here. Joubert stretching out in the last bit. Thomas is in front of Bada. Joubert is starting to lunge on the line, but I don't think he'll get there. He'll have to rely on times. Thomas beats Bada. The Canadian Goodwin got 3rd, and Joubert, I think, has just missed out on 3rd placing in 46.46. So the official result of Heat 8, he won Thomas of Wales in 46.46, defeating Sunday Bada of Nigeria 46.91. Byron Goodwin 3rd in 47.12, and Michael Joubert should have no problems advancing to the next round with that time of 47.16 seconds in the last of this. With Rian Dempers of South Africa in 1, Brian Whittle of Scotland in 2, Iwan Thomas of Wales in 3, Sunday Bada Nigeria 4, Neil De Silva Trinidad Tobago in lane 5. Brett Callahan, Australia in lane 6, Desiree Pierre-Louis of Mauritius in lane 7, and Danny McFarlane of Jamaica in lane number 8. Callahan in 6. And he gets off to a good start as well. In lane 1 it's Dempers, 2 is Whittle, 3 is Thomas, who was a little slow. Bada's gone out very hard the first 100, up alongside De Silva and past him. And he's about to go to Brett Callahan. Bada's run very hard the first 150. Pierre-Louis out in lane 7, McFarlane in lane 8. Bada now starting to slacken off. Callahan beginning his move, and so is De Silva as they come off the back straight inside the 200. Thomas was the best of the others. The first 4 to go through, it's McFarlane out in lane 8. Bada in lane number 4 and De Silva in lane 5. Callahan's running 5th at the moment. In front of him is Thomas of Wales. In the straight, Bada in front of De Silva. Out in lane 8, McFarlane. Brett Callahan won't be able to get through. Bada and De Silva are going to wax it together, and they go to the line, and De Silva wins it a metre to Bada. 3rd placing went to Thomas. Out wide, McFarlane. They've run 46.03. Well done, Brett Callahan. He was meeting some pretty stiff opposition there. Official result, the first of the second rounds in the 400 metres for men. Neil De Silva in 46.04. Sunday Bada from Nigeria 46.18. Iwan Thomas from Wales 3rd, 46.37. Danny McFarlane from Jamaica also gets through at 46.47. Brett Callahan 6th in 47.04. Beautiful scene looking at Victoria on British Columbia as we prepare for the second round, second heat of the 400 metres for men. Malubi of South Africa in 1, Payne of Zimbabwe 2, Allahan of Nigeria 3, McBurney of Northern Ireland 4, Ali of Ghana in 5, Paul Greene of Australia lane 6, Hayden Stevens Trinidad Tobago in 7, and Byron Goodwin of Canada in lane 8. And there is Paul Greene. He looked pretty good, Kerry, in his heat in 46.56. Yeah, I thought Paul was very impressive this morning, and he loves running in big competitions too. He's very good in them. Set. And away. Greene got off to a pretty reasonable start in lane 6, and it's quickly after Stevens as they make the first bend. So reading from the inside, we've got Malubi, Payne. Out quickly is Allahan of Nigeria up alongside McBurney. Ali of Ghana's going well. Paul Greene also stretching out nicely after Stevens, and Goodwin out in lane 8. So Goodwin leads them off the back straight, but with the staggers he's behind. Stevens takes over now. Greene's running particularly well in second spot because they've got a gap on the Ghanaian runner Ali. Also coming through now is Allahan from Nigeria. They turn the corner with 100 metres left to go, and Stevens is just the leader. Paul Greene's up alongside him. Allahan's running on strongly. Then Ali. Paul Greene in front with 50 metres to go. The Aussie's doing it well. He's holding Stevens at bay, and Paul Greene wins and wins well. Great go for the minor placings. You've got Allahan, Ali and also Stevens there for the placings to get through to the semis. 46.54. A nicely controlled race from Paul Greene. Great run from Paul. It just shows his maturity as an athlete to be able to hold off all of those other guys. And it is very hard when you're getting around near that 200-metre mark, and some of them are running very, very fast past you. You've just got to maintain your own composure, and that's exactly what Paul did. Well done to Paul Greene. 46.54, nicely through to the semi-finals of the 400 metres. And there's confirmation. Paul Greene in 46.54, defeating Ahmed Ali 46.63. Also through to the next round, Allahan of Nigeria and the Trinidad and Tobago runner Hayden Stevens. third heat of the second round of the men's 400, and we have Du'aine Ladejo, one of the favourites, in lane number 1 from England, Michael Joubert of Australia in lane 2, Patrick Delice of Trinidad in lane 3, Trinidad and Tobago, Archer of Canada in 4, Coombs of St Vincent Grenada in 5, Matilu of Kenya in 6, Oliver of the Bahamas in 7, and Sean Farrell of New Zealand comes from lane 8. There is that very distinctive haircut of Michael Joubert, 47.16 in his heat. See if the Australian can take Kerry Johnson's advice and run the controlled race. They're set and away. Ladejo in lane 1, Joubert lane 2. Out quickly, Delice got a brilliant start out of lane 3. Archer in 4, Coombs in 5. They're all pretty well stacked up. Matilu in 6, Oliver 7, and Farrell in lane 8 as they go down the back straight. And Delice has gone out very hard in lane 3. Already he's gone past Archer. He's starting to close on Coombs. Now Joubert's been overtaken by Ladejo, who's running a very controlled race and looks in no problems in lane 1 as they come off the back straight. And here it's Matilu going to the front, the Kenyan. He leads from Oliver. On his inside as Coombs as they spring for home. And now Ladejo gets up in lane 1, quickly runs to the front and runs away from Delice. Joubert's running quite nicely, but he's back in 5th spot. Ladejo looking around and wins easily. The Kenyan Matilu 2nd, Coombs 3rd, Delice was 4th, and the time was 46.26. Oh, so easy again for Du'aine Ladejo. And the official result, Du'aine Ladejo 46.26. Abednego Matilu 2nd in 46.44. Coombs 3rd in 46.48. And from Trinidad and Tobago, Patrick Delice through to the next round with a time of 47.10. Michael Joubert 5th placing, 47.40.
Heat 2 of the women's 200 metres individual medley saw the appearance of another Australian, Anna Windsor.
Andrew in lane 1, Patrick Delice of Trinidad and Tobago in lane 2, Ahmed Ali Ghana lane 3, Paul Greene of Australia lane 4, Neil De Silva Trinidad Tobago in 5, Charles Gitonga Kenya 6, David McKenzie England 7, and Omakaro Elahan of Nigeria in lane 8. Paul Greene of Australia in lane 4. Greene got off to a good start in 4. It's a goaler on the inside of Delice. Ali in 3, Greene on 4, coming up to De Silva. Then Gitonga in 6, McKenzie 7, Elahan in 8, leads them down the back straight. Elahan in front of McKenzie. Greene's running a very steady race in lane number 4. He's coming through in the middle of the field, but also coming through is Delice, and Ali's running well in lane number 3. A goaler at this stage in lane 1 left behind. The Nigerian leads them off the back 150 out. It's Elahan in front of McKenzie. Paul Greene coming through strongly. Also in lane number 2, Delice. Delice hits the front at the top of the straight. Paul Greene moves into second, placing the first 4 to go through. Delice in front of De Silva. Greene holding his form to the line. Delice in front, Greene lunging at him. Delice beats Greene. He's through to the final. And in third placing then was the Kenyan Gitonga, and I think De Silva's probably got the 4th spot through.
Oh, great run by Paul. And it's just as well that he runs a very, very smart race, because he had Neil De Silva on the outside of him, and Neil De Silva will just run the strangest races sometimes. He went so slowly through that first 200, and it's very, very hard for a runner to try to do some pace judgment off someone like that. Very, very good run by Paul. Gee, he showed a smart race then.
The official result of the first semi-final, Patrick Delice of Trinidad and Tobago in 45.68 from Paul Greene of Australia, 45.72. Gitonga of Kenya and Neil De Silva of Trinidad and Tobago also through to the... Ladejo from England in lane 6, Sunday Bada from Nigeria in lane 4. Away, Greene off to a very good start in lane number 5, ready from the inside. De Silva, Phiri, Delice, Bada, Greene. Out in lane 6, Ladejo's running a bit harder in the early stages than he has in the lead-ups. Coombs and Gitonga on the outside 2 lanes. Now Ladejo's slackening off a bit, and Greene's getting up to him. Greene's 2 metres off Ladejo. They're a long way in front of Bada and Delice as they come off the back straight. They've gone out hard the first 200. Ladejo looking comfortable, is going after Gitonga as they come around the turn. Greene's running running a mighty race for Australia as they enter the straight. It's Gitonga in front of Ladejo, Greene, and here's Sunday Bada starting to come through on the inside. It's Ladejo in front, Gitonga, the Kenyan's fighting on though, he's going to fight him off, and Gitonga has won the gold medal from Ladejo. Bada third, Paul Greene ran beautifully to run fourth. He's just missed the medal, but there's a surprise. The favourite's been beaten, and Charles Gitonga of Kenya has taken the gold medal in the 400 metres in the time of 45 seconds dead. A big surprise, Kerry Johnson.
I tell you, we didn't pick that one, and I'm sure all the punters didn't pick that one either. I honestly thought Du'aine Ladejo would have that one won. I thought that Sunday Bada would be a lot closer than that. But a great run by Charles Gitonga.
Paul ran a fine race too. Ladejo went out harder. Maybe that's told at the end because he's been conserving himself. But of course the time's different in the final, 45 seconds. But he did go out harder. And then Greene got to within probably 2 metres, allowing for the stagger. He was nearly on terms just before they straightened.
Paul was running beautifully today, and I'm sure he ran it exactly how he wanted to. He kept in contact with Du'aine Ladejo the whole way around, and he was drawn beautifully too to do that. But really, all credit goes to Paul Greene. That's a great run for him.
Just for a minute, I thought Sunday Bada was going to tip them out halfway down the straight.
Yes, so did I. I really thought that he was going to get up there, but no, that wasn't to happen. I think we saw what we thought would happen. Patrick Delice took the race up very, very hard, but at the 150 metre mark, Patrick Delice just blew up, and he wasn't even in the race at the end.
All right, here they are entering the straight, and you can see here that allowing for the stagger, that Gitonga just led into the straight from Ladejo. Paul Greene in lane 5 in the green and gold, only a metre off them. Here comes Sunday Bada on his left-hand side, and just there I thought maybe he was going to run over them, but then his run just ended, and it was left to Ladejo to try and peg back this Kenyan, Charles Gitonga. But the Kenyan just found plenty out in lane 8.
Well, that's right. I mean, Du'aine had already taken the race out quite hard, so he really just didn't have that little bit extra to get over that line.
45 seconds the time. Charles Gitonga is the winner of the 400 metres for men. And as we look at the final stages again, it's Ladejo looking to his right, trying to get this gallant Kenyan Gitonga. Paul Greene back in 4th placing with Sunday Bada coming through in lane 4. The British flag flying there. They probably thought Ladejo was going to overhaul Gitonga, but in the last little bit, the Kenyan was holding him at bay, and a big upset here in the 400 final with Charles Gitonga taking out the gold medal from Du'aine Ladejo, and Sunday Bada has just got 3rd, tipping Paul Greene out of the medal position. 45 seconds the winning time, Gitonga. Ladejo 45.11, Sunday Bada 45.45, and an excellent run by Paul Greene to record 45.50 in finishing in 4th spot. Delice, Coombs, Silva and Phiri, the other 4 in the final. So there it was, the men's 400 metres final. In case you've just joined us earlier today, Kathy Freeman, just probably some 15-20 minutes ago, has earned Australia's first track gold medal at the Commonwealth Games with a stirring victory in the women's 400, running a new Games record. And there's the Kenyan flag flying. Kerry, it won't be the last time we see that because they are just dominant from 400 all the way up.
That's right. We've got the steeplechase on this afternoon, so I really think we'll be seeing it flying again. But I really think that Paul Greene, he has shown so much promise throughout his career, and I think he's starting to live up to that now. I think it's great.
Charles Gitonga of Kenya is the champion at the Commonwealth.